coffee.
Got coffee. Oh, look at that little bougie mug. Look at that bougie mug.
What is that?
Friend of the trips made this. Family friend of the.
It looks like a vase, man.
Handmade.
Yeah.
But it's black coffee, and it's 20 to 9.
It's pretty trendy.
That's how
Mate, that is a brave move. That is absolutely brave move.
And I'm gonna fall asleep like a log. I guarantee it.
Because you are addicted to caffeine and you can't run without it.
I can't drink coffee.
Welcome to
What,
coffee
at all?
time with Push the Point.
Yeah, coffee time.
Where we drink coffee. We each bring a coffee. And we
You have no idea how much I'm into that.
Simon, if you there is zero doubt in my mind
No.
that you would be into that. God, I've only just looked up and I see that Hamish's backdrop is completely different.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been on the call for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes.
I was waiting.
Haven't actually looked at either of these guys. And now I look up and I see, wow, look at that. The bookshelf.
What was the first thing I said, Hamish? What was the first thing?
That's exactly
what
that's what Tripp said. That he said the bookshelf's gone. It's not gone. It's
nice
still there.
that is. Mate, you've done such a good job.
Yeah, he's done such a good job.
That's great.
All me, not my all me.
But
got nothing to do with my wife.
Where's the Jotaro poster?
Actually, it is right here.
Yeah.
There it is.
I feel like that is part of the.
It is so into this podcast. I'm going to frame it. And
yes.
I'm going to put it on the wall.
Insane. That's great.
So, but I've left it to the side.
It looks amazing. Have you done something to the floor? Or does the floor just look better because?
No, it's the floor.
He's actually cleaned it up.
No, it's actually
it's
actually a dusty mess.
No, I mean, you used to have like boxes and trays and a 3D printer and a Ninja that wasn't unboxed.
Do you remember was there a 3D printer back there?
Yeah, you did have it for a while.
God, that's a long time.
You've got all the drawers for your Metal Fab Tokens stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's basically you're going to start seeing like I won't say what's going to happen, but you're
not going to give it away.
As we're hitting the end of I'd say this is like season 3 of Push the Point.
Yeah, I see it as that.
Yeah, this is we come to the close of season 3, the start of season 4. You're going to see a very good-looking office in the Chisholm Brown camp.
He's getting professional.
Unlike, I miss the day Simon used to have his clothes rail.
Have his pants in the background.
Yeah, have his pants in the background.
Well, I've got a half-made bed that we've stripped down because my mum was staying, and this is the spare room, so...
Oh, is that your mum there?
Yeah, just here.
Hello, Mrs. Denning. And
hello.
Yeah,
I'm still in the same old place. I don't think I've...
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never did the podcast from my old flat, did I? I think moving to this place coincided with us starting Push the Point.
Maybe.
So I remember doing the tournament that that Hamish interviewed us all about. Me and you, Simon. I did that tournament from Kate's parents' house because that was when we were living with her parents before.
You did well in that. I mean, we all did well in that.
You're top 8.
Top 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
Back in the day.
I remember the Monarch pre-release where we got sent first edition Monarch packs in the post and we opened them on
that's it.
camera together. Opened the cold for the clip.
Who gave us those packs?
That was, I want to say Dark Sphere.
No, it wasn't Dark Sphere. Was it?
No. I think it was Dark Sphere.
I thought that was something like Mana Screw, but I don't.
There might have been more than one to say. Actually, there might.
Anyway, there was a couple. I did a few of those.
Back in these days, you couldn't just go to a trading card store. They were, we were locked indoors. We couldn't.
That's true.
COVID feel like a long time ago.
It sure
does. It does, and it also.
But also, it doesn't.
People are still getting COVID. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but at work, we get people off with it all the time.
Well, we get people come in with it all the time.
But I mean, I bet we get that too, though. We just don't know about that.
No, I meant patients, but otherwise.
Well,
I get people come on with it.
You get COVID patients coming into your surgery? Do you euthanize in COVID patients?
No.
That's mad.
I work in a hospital, mate.
Yeah, I know, but you don't work in the hospital. You work in the in the theatre, right?
Think before you.
Do you know where the operating theatres are?
Yeah, but I'm not. Like you got to go
like
through the
smack
hospital.
bang in the middle of the
You're not
hospital.
working in that bit, right? You're working in the theatre.
No,
that's like
it's
not like it's not like the Globe.
No, it's a bit like the Globe.
Have you ever been in a hospital trip?
To be fair to you, not very often.
No, I could tell.
Not often.
That's like saying, so when you go in a restaurant, right? Well, I know you're a chef, but you don't work in the restaurant.
You work in the kitchen.
You work in the kitchen, and surely the kitchen's not in the restaurant. That's what you're saying.
I wouldn't say that the chef worked on the restaurant floor. The chef works in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And when Simon's saying, "Oh, we get people COVID coming in," they're coming into the theatre, are they?
They are. Well,
sometimes they do because they need emergency surgery.
Oh well. Do they though?
Yeah, they do. Of course they do.
Okay, sure.
And then we have to wait for ages until the theatre's cleaned, and you can't do any more patients until it's sorted. And...
Yeah. Well, that's the NHS. That's the NHS. You look at adult social care. You got COVID.
Well, yeah, no chance.
Yeah,
you go assess them. Anyway,
that's
a strange turn for the beginning of the podcast.
I'll die on this hill.
No, don't.
We've got more
don't die on this hill. It's a lonely hill.
No, this is the one I've picked. I've had a lot of them over the years.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We had. You may or may not have noticed. It's not really a mini break. Me and Simon have had a bit of home repairs. As you can see, this is the reason why. We couldn't do it, and Simon, you
can't see my one because it's like over there.
So we had to tear down, and that meant that we couldn't do anything for last Friday. So we're doing one for this week, and then we're going to get back on schedule and get
back on it.
Yeah, we're going to. So you're going to see 2 back-to-back podcasts this Friday. It's going to feel a little bit like Arsenal Pass, except that we're not as popular. So. Let's get on.
But we still have got all the original members.
Yes,
so,
yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I have a question for you guys.
No. Should we do some partners?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck that.
It's like I really respect changing the hosts and stuff. I think it's really cool.
What are you saying?
My question to you guys is: if we change the roster of Push the Point, would you keep the name, or would you change the name?
What if? So
say Simon,
if one of us dropped out,
if I dropped out, okay, what would you do if I dropped out?
Simon gets stuck in the
I think we'd be stuck in the water. I think we'd be stuck, mate.
Would you carry on? Would you carry on if I left?
Oh, of course not.
Oh
no,
you're having a laugh.
You're the glue that is holding this together.
You guys would turn around.
I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. Yeah, okay.
All right,
you're having a laugh, mate. No, you're the glue.
Okay,
but what I'm saying is, if say
Trip and I might just meet up every other Monday.
Like I won the lottery and I move out to Sicily, which is what I would do. Right. And I'm like, I can't do Push the Point anymore. And you get Dwayne the Rock Johnson in new host. Would you still call it Push the Point? Would you change the name?
That's a good question. I think you would, just because of the brand. Like it would be, it would kind of.
Yeah, that's true.
It would
for the brand. You would keep the name for the brand.
Yeah, you would. You would keep the name just to keep the brand going. But is it the same brand?
Ooh.
Well, I think over time it will be, because people change, don't they? Like you still got the England football team, even though the players chop and change out.
That's a great point.
It's still the England team.
Yeah, it's
not David Beckham and whoever it was, but in the glory days of the 90s. What it is now is, but it is even with Gareth Southgate's gone, and that was a good time to be an England fan. I don't know.
We almost won something.
I know it's not the same thing, but then there's some like news, like when you watch the news, or if you're watching EastEnders or something, things change, hosts change.
Seasons change.
Here's my best analogy. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Come on.
Yeah.
I know that. Even though I forgot Chris Tarrant. That's it. Chris Tarrant was the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and then when he left, Actually, that's a terrible point because no one watches Who Wants to Be a Millionaire anymore.
Not anymore,
Jeremy
but it is still
Clarkson's
called Who
the
Wants
host
to Be a
now, right?
Millionaire.
Yeah, that's true.
Jeremy Clarkson's the host of.
Well, that is an interesting point. The answer is no, because YouTube is rough. So
yeah, that's true. I think the YouTube thing kind of screws it, doesn't it? Like you want to.
It does.
Just seen that Kate's put a all children must be off the dance floor by 9:30 poster up there. I didn't realize that was there. I'm very tired.
Should we just do
the wheel?
I'm looking around my own home and I'm being like, oh,
we are 11 minutes. We are 11 minutes.
Like it.
We are 11 minutes in, and we haven't even.
Not 11. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
No, it's 11 minutes in, and we haven't even moved.
We haven't even spoken about anything.
No.
Oh, sorry. I feel like I've derailed it.
You have.
Right. You absolutely have. But it's okay because Hamish is going to tell us about some sponsors.
Well, no, we're going to do a wheel, aren't we?
That's my bit.
Oh, true.
Okay.
Well, I was trying to get away from Trip, but
oh God.
Bit harsh, but I mean,
wait.
Sure, I guess.
I mean, you're right, but
only because he said he wasn't going to meet up with me every other Monday if Hamish dropped out. But there you go.
Oh, see, Simon is.
I didn't say that, Simon, did I? I said we wouldn't do this. We wouldn't do shit, would we? We'd do something.
Simon,
we'd do something. Better.
Simon,
start a coffee podcast. Cool. I've got a good one. We'll talk about it later.
Welcome to Simon. Okay, Simon and Trip plays Fab.
Yeah, well, I'll play more.
Well,
we won't get to there. We won't get to 5 people.
One yearly episode.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So our sponsors are Thistle Tavern and Metal Fab Tokens and PCG Grading. All of them, thank you so much. They are amazing partners to have. Thistle Tavern is a single seller that provides lots of different cards for all different types of TCGs. Got an online store. Check it out. If you're a patron, you get a 10% discount on singles on online orders. They also have a store over in the Aberdeens. I don't know why I said the Aberdeens, but they have a store. Go check it out if you're from there. Metal Fab Tokens, awesome token seller from America. I have some tokens. Well, I used to point behind me, but it's not there anymore. So I have some tokens which I can send out at Royal Mail prices. Go check them out. And PCG have got a new office opened up. It's not really that new anymore, but they have an office open in the UK. So if you want to grade some cards, go check them out. They've got this brand new Fab Slab 2.0, which is like a real thin one. I think the UK office Slim. Fab Slab Slim. I can't say that fast. But if you are a Push the Point patron, you get that in the form of a voucher. You can check out some more T's and C's when you join. So, yeah, thank you so much, everyone. And thank you for their partners. And let's do a wheel, which is...
Yeah, I have spun the wheel.
And the packs are given by Thistle Tavern.
What are the packs now?
The packs are Rosetta now. Rosetta.
Ooh. Well, I have spun the wheel. And the winner is... Brandon Flores.
Oh, wow. Literal Metal Fab Token guy.
Yeah, that is Brandon, isn't it?
There's
two. I get them confused. We've got Brandon C and Brandon F. So, well, there you go.
All right, well done. There you go. Another shout out to Metal Fab Tokens. Yeah. He'll probably, I know for a fact he'll email in and say, give them to someone else. But
maybe we'll let him first refusal, but maybe we'll end up with a double. You never know.
I might be wrong. He might now turn around and go, I'm going to prove you wrong, Hamish.
He might be like, actually, I'd quite like some bloody packs, you know.
Yeah. Tweet him out, Brandon, on your...
They don't grow on trees, so...
Well, they do, actually.
Money in your pocket. Well, not... You know, they do some work to them, don't they?
Yeah, even the paper packs. Right, let's move on. Thank you
so
much.
Right.
Let's do some home... Oh, beer! Oh, my God. Why are we doing all this without alcohol?
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why this is.
Oh yeah,
off the rails.
This is
going off topic. Hamish,
yeah.
What are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking Dead Man's Hand.
Are you?
Spiced rum, isn't that?
Wait, that is rum, spiced rum.
Yeah, I have no.
Are you mixing it with anything?
Yeah, the old Pepsi Max.
Ooh.
With no ice. Let's go. What about you, Simon? What are you drinking?
Well, I've also gone off piste tonight. Because
that's it. All gone.
I got home from work and it was quite late and I didn't have time to go and buy any beer. And yesterday we had a massive roast dinner and I cooked a rib of beef And
so you brought in the beef and no drinks. That'd be awesome.
So I mean,
hey,
I was tempted. I've got quite a lot of leftovers.
Said, I've got no beer, but I've got some beef.
I did a rib of beef, and I made the beefiest gravy I think I've ever made, and I used some red wine. So I'm drinking red wine.
Oh, hey, that's a trip play. I love this. Great. If I'd known that was on the table, I'd go grab the bottle from the corner. But,
I thought this was going to go into. It went from beef, and then he went gravy, and I thought, oh my god, is he drinking gravy?
Oh, that would have been amazing.
That would have been amazing.
I could do that. I could. Anyway,
so I've got a pint.
Do you want to know what's? Do you want to know what's different about this red wine? And I'm not proud of this. It's been made with coffee in it.
Oh,
it's 19 Crimes red wine, which I don't rate, but I used it in the gravy, and it worked really well.
It's not good.
But it's like a cold brew, coffee inspired wine.
Well, that's the first and only time you're going to see this, ladies and gentlemen, because not only is it wine, I don't rate bad. It. So, what about you, Trip?
And I like Australia. It's Australian, isn't it? I'm a big fan of Australian wine. But I've had that one, and I think it's
not great.
Pretty bad.
There are some big Australian winemakers that don't make great wine. Just beware.
Like Foster's.
That's made in Britain.
That's not made wine, mate.
Well, I never thought I would see the day that I would be the only one with a beer in the beer section.
Wow.
But today is that day because I have a 5 points best bitter.
Oh, hello.
It's a present from.
That looks delicious.
It looks very tasty. Kentish hops, and it was a present from Kate, amongst some other presents for my birthday, which would have been close to the podcast if we'd recorded last Monday. It has been a while now, but so I've had this one sitting around waiting for me to enjoy it. So pretty sweet.
All right, I know that we said we're going to be quick, right? But we have been everything other than. But let's just get on with some home news.
Home news?
Home news. Home news. Trip, you said you had a busy one. Kick us off.
Oh, well, my main reason why I'm so tired is Sunday I started a new D&D campaign.
Joyous.
Which was amazing. It was absolutely fantastic. I was at my sister's and her fiance's flat and their two friends and Kate, and we started a brand new campaign, had all the bells and whistles. We did it completely in person, completely pen and paper, so no phones, no laptops. It was all dice and actual using and pencils and maps.
Old school.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. But we played for, I think we worked it out. We played for like 6 hours.
That's a long one.
And I was just fried by then, absolutely fried. And then we had to travel home, which was fine. But so it was really good. For anyone who plays Dungeons and Dragons, we're playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, if that means anything to anybody. Really, really fun. Pre-written campaign, but you can add loads of your own fun stuff to it. So that was really good.
Was that today?
That was Sunday.
All right, so why are you tired now?
Well, I'm still tired from that. And then today, I actually had the day off today. And my parents came up to, again, visit my sister. So we went out for a pub lunch. So, which was very nice at the White Lion. I probably got that wrong. In Finsbury Park, which was very tasty. Recommend it. So if anyone's in Finny P, recommend that. And but it's just been busy. The work's been busy. Lots of stuff going on, doing lots of birthday stuff. I went out for my birthday. I went out.
Happy birthday!
I went out the weekend before my birthday, weekend of my birthday. Did this D&D the weekend after my birthday, and I just haven't had the well, you guys don't know because you're dads, but
wow.
Do you remember when you used to not do stuff at the weekends, and it would be great because you could just be like, right, I'm just gonna chill, get all the chores done. It'll be lovely. Watch some TV, play some video games.
Simon,
I haven't had time.
Simon, when was the last time
you must remember, like how 10, 15 years ago when
I think, Hamish, the closest we can get to it is sitting at home and putting a Disney film on the TV while you just have a nap.
Nap?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you never put a film on for the kids just to have a nap?
No. I mean, one of them's 14 and the other one's 4. So the 14-year-old, if I just had him, I'd probably know what trip meant.
Yeah,
but not with a 4-year-old. You're not getting a break. Plus, as well, like when you're working and everything, I feel really guilty if they just.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get that. Your weekend guilt because otherwise you don't see your kids.
Yeah. So no.
Yeah. That makes sense.
However,
However,
it's half term this week. But Hamish, we've had 2 weeks of half term. This is coming into our second week of half term.
Yeah, but you get a week off another time.
Yeah. So I had last week off work while the builders were working. So my home news is that we've had builders in to split the kids' bedroom. So the kids had a big bedroom.
Yeah.
And we've got builders in to put a wall down the middle, make it into a proper 4-bedroom house now. So we have moved from a 3-bedroom to a 4-bedroom without actually moving.
There's right. Yeah.
There were 3 bedrooms, and then we put a wall down the middle of one.
One of them is the room you're in. Yeah.
The kids were in the bedroom.
Yeah, I know. I've been to your house. I've seen it. The room that you're in is a bedroom. It.
This is a bedroom, yeah. So this is the 3rd bedroom.
And you said, look, kids, podcast comes first. So
absolutely. That was exactly what we said. Yeah. I can't do the podcast from any other room.
No.
So we're gonna pay some builders to come and split your bedroom up.
Dedication. This is why the channel will never die, because Simon's willing to pay builders to split his kids' room in half to keep his podcast bedroom. I love it. It's rough, isn't it? Being in a builder's world.
Cheers.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that's pretty much finished. They're coming round on Wednesday to finish up the skirting boards and architraving, and then we've got to get decorator in because I don't want to do it myself.
Lazy bugger. Wow. So, my world has been very much building this toilet. Remember the toilet?
Toilet next door to you. Yeah.
Well, the toilet is now the whole room has been plastered, so I have to tear everything out. Whole room's been plastered.
Did you do the plastering?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Did you do the plastering?
No, of course not. I'm not a plasterer, am I?
I don't know. You've done everything else.
I know how to get plastered though. No. So some guy came in and did the plastering. Obviously, okay. I painted. When I say I painted, me and Faye painted. So yeah, it's just been a building week. Although I did go out on Saturday for the first time in I don't know how long. I went town. I went out.
Did you?
I went out.
Out.
Which town did you go to?
I went Northampton, mate.
Northampton?
Yeah.
That's
fun. You get a taxi there?
Nah, I went to Mikey's.
So
it was me and Mikey out. Me and Mike are out.
This is danger.
Yeah. You guys.
This is danger.
I can see Simon and Trip is actually like, you went out of town. Yeah, me and Mikey, they both know who he is, and they went, okay, this might get a little bit silly.
Yeah, spicy.
It wasn't actually that silly. I had 3 beers.
Oh.
Yeah, but
you're 35.
No, I had a banging headache. But it was basically a Halloween night at an alternative pub.
Okay.
So we just went there, stayed there. It was really cool, actually, real sick. I had a good time. I just wasn't. I purposely ate a lot to not get drunk because I got to get home afterwards. And despite the fact I can have a little bit of a lay-in, I couldn't really have a proper lay-in because I got to get back and I got to get paint in this room and everything. So I mostly ate to not get steaming.
That was very responsible.
I had a good time though. So yeah, out. Ain't missing nothing. That's what I've learned. You ain't missing nothing. It's still just as, it's still just as crap as I remembered.
I went out, and I mentioned this to Hamish before, but I went to a Scarefest trip. Have you ever been to a Scarefest?
I have not been to a Scarefest, but Kate has worked at one of those kind of experiences.
I bet it was amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So for those who haven't been to a Scarefest, it was on a farm. There were lots of like experiences, like mazes in barns and warehouses where they kid it out with scare, and then they employ people to come and jump out at you in the dark and the strobe lighting, and then
I assume everyone knows. I'm sure everyone's got the chance.
I don't know if they do though, Hamish, because it's like I think some people, it's the thing they do,
and
they seek it out and they go and do it. But actually, a lot of people I don't think know about it because a lot of people just don't like scary stuff.
Yeah.
So like the idea of going and
paying everyone that goes on the internet would know.
I'll be honest, I was not looking forward to it.
Tell us the audience, but maybe the Push the Point listeners would know though.
Yeah,
I'll be honest, I wasn't looking forward to it, Trip. But Nikki, she loves that kind of thing. So I thought I'd go along. And she absolutely loves the scare factor and she loves the horror thing. And the thing that made it a million times better was one of our friends gets scared at the drop of a hat. Like, just like screaming, running away, proper scared, breaking down, almost in tears. Yeah. She was loving it, but she was terrified. And that made it for me. That was the whole night. Like, every time she got scared, you could hear it from a mile off. It was amazing. It was brilliant.
That's like,
what she was the MVP.
Because if you go with people that are like, what's the point? If you don't find it scary, if you've been 100 times and you're used to it, what even do you need someone to laugh at? That's or not laugh at.
Yeah, you don't know. No, it is. No,
like, really laugh.
It was laughing at. Yeah. Someone has to make your night at their expense.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
That would be me for you guys because there's no way I'm walking in.
When Kate did it, she was dressed up as this like big spider queen thing. They used to just like jump out at people from behind corners and stuff. But it was at like Thorpe Park or
they did. They're quite good those, aren't they?
Like one of those. So it was like
they do one at Alton Towers as well.
Yeah. It was one of the theme parks. Can't remember.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
pretty cool.
Okay. Everyone, we did well. I have to say, normally we get this wrapped up in the 18-minute mark, but it's around about the 27-ish minute mark. It's probably not.
It's not. I can't believe it's 27 minutes.
No. Well, mad. You went on a rampage trip, so...
No, I loved it.
I didn't go on a rampage. I just had some opinions. Now, are we not allowed to have opinions anymore on the podcast?
When was the last trip? When was the last time you played Flesh and Blood?
It was the ProQuest, I think.
And you played just the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hamish, how many did you play?
I did 2.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I did 2. I got top 8 in both, and then lost.
And
and then you got to the top 4, didn't you, Simon?
I got top 8 first time around, top 4 the second time around, and I must admit they were both limited. So you did 2 CC ones.
Yeah,
I did 2 limited ones, and I really enjoy Rosetta Limited. I've really enjoyed.
I've heard it's good.
Feeling out the format. What did you got? What were your overall opinions on how ProQuest season has run its course?
I kind of wished I'd got the opportunity to do more CC.
Yeah.
Like I could have gone to the Bad Moon Cafe Classic Constructed on Saturday because I knew I was doing D&D on Sunday. I was like, am I really gonna do 10 to 7
long day? It would be
two long days in a row.
7 and then go out today. And I really kind of wish it had lined up a little bit better. This is completely subjective. For me, it just the season did not line up. It was my birthday. I was doing stuff. I managed to get in the Canterbury one. And then I just wish I could have, because I built the -IO deck, the DO deck. And I'm really looking forward to trying that out in real life. And we got we can maybe talk about this later, but we've got the 5th anniversary weekend is this weekend.
Yeah, so I was going to talk about that in a bit.
Great, so I'm looking forward to playing that there. In terms of the ProQuest, I enjoyed the ProQuest I did. I was really happy I made the top 8, even though it was a small field. So I mean, it was still good, I guess. I really like the draft, but I just really want to get into more CC. Kind of getting a bit.
I think that's fair.
Kind of getting a bit like, I don't know. Like, it feels like draft stuff is happening quite a lot. I don't know. It just always seems to be the ones that I can end up going to are always the draft ones. And it's always a bit like, I kind of wish I could be doing a bit more of Classic Constructed.
So I went to my first armory in about 6 months the other week.
How did that go? How did you find it?
Terribly. I went 0-3.
Right.
For the first time ever in an armory, I think I went 0-3. But I took Viscera. I took basically Hamish's Viscera.
Well, okay.
And do you know what? I absolutely loved playing that deck. It was so much fun. Even though I lost 3 games in a row. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I I lost to a Leviah first round. It was like back and forth, neck and neck, and then they just got me to kill range before I got them to kill range.
Yeah.
So that was a really fun game. They had a double blood rush turn. I was just like, oh, okay, that's nice. That's nice.
Right.
And then I played against a Zen. I got paired up
that's a hard
into a Zen.
That's a hard match.
And it was super hard. I almost brought it back. I managed to block. I managed to use a succumb to temptation, and get rid of the warmongers. So they blocked and just kept the warmongers basically. So that they had a whole turn of nothing, because I got rid of that. And then it was super tight, but I lost. And then last game was against an Enigma, and this is how out of touch in CC I am. I was at 14. They were at 3. And I misplayed a Become the Arc Knight. I should have gone and found a Rune Flash and just killed them off in one turn. But I didn't. And then the next turn they get out Miragai, Manifestations. And I have not played against Enigma in CC for so long that when they come out with the Astral Etchings and make it up to 14 or whatever, and they just killed me straight off. And I was like, oh, all right. Good game.
A fully charged up Mirage with Astral Etchings is it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, fully charged up, lots of damage. Anyway, I went 0-3, but I had a great time playing the deck, and I realised just how rusty I am with Viserai and 2 with CC in general, because I played some limited and I've been skirting around this scene for a little while, but it made me want to play more Viserai, and the more Viserai is like it really benefits the reps, right? It really benefits having maybe not as much as Kano, where you just need the lines and you need to be able to like put the combo together, but knowing the different ways you can go on a Become the Arc Knight, or knowing what play pattern to use in a certain hand, right? It just benefits the repetition and the experience with the deck.
I think there's a lot of there's a lot of ways that you can point it kind of in the same vein as a ninja player in general anyway.
Yeah.
Like I know it's not the same. I know it, like, on the core fundamentals it really isn't the same. But there's a lot of
it's familiarity.
If you think of these non-attack action cards as head jabs, they just haven't fired yet. If that makes sense. That's almost the same as Azalea as well. All these pumps are like, okay, they're just head jab, this attack. So 3 into 3, and I know it's like in a different metric sort of thing.
Yeah, in a different format.
But you got to apply them all in the right way. In a ninja, you've got to do that as well. How do I put these lines into the best possible way? And it's just presented at a horizontal axis, whereas sometimes with Azalea it's vertical, and in Viserai it's actually what makes
could be either.
Well, yeah, it just comes in 2 different angles, but that's really cool. It's cool to hear that you really got
really
into it.
Fun. Yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed playing Viserai again, and I won an RTN on Viserai.
Yeah, it was the one I picked you up from when I won the week before, and then I picked you up. And
that's it. Yeah. And we all won that season.
Yes,
and
we won the same week. It was the same weekend we all won. Didn't we?
Yeah,
that was
no. You won. You 2 won the week before, I think.
Oh yeah, and then Simon came in the week after because
I won. You had to
Kingdom.
follow through, didn't you?
But yeah, it made me think. Like, I remember how much effort this game takes if you want to be really good, and it just made me want to play a bit more. Okay. So this whole season, the Rosetta season, has been really good for like just reinvigorating my enjoyment of Flesh and Blood as a game, and recognizing again that it really does pay off if you put effort into this game and you put practice reps into this game and you play it week in, week out. It's so good. It gets better. It just gets better.
Yeah, I agree. I think realistically that I think the camp that I think us 3 sit in is that we're not going to be calling all world champions, right?
Yeah, but absolutely.
We want to rock up to our ProQuest and RTNs and be in that top 8, so that we can
compete,
and so that the only event that we actually want to go to and kind of do all right in. All right to and all well is nationals.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You want to go to nationals and you want to do well. You want to go to a local calling and we'll just have a blast, right? We'll have a blast just hanging out, and then we'll just we'll do what we'll do. But
I think for the callings and the pro tours, I'm more interested these days in doing the side events. And
we didn't. So none of us made it to the Pro Tour London, which is fine. We're still going to be there anyway. We'll all take part in the calling, which I know we will.
Well, no, I think I'm with Trip on this one. I'm going to have to think long and hard about whether I'm actually going to go for the calling.
Depends what format it is as well.
Exactly. Or whether I'm just gonna, or whether I'm just going to buy side events tickets, because actually some of the most fun I've had, obviously not doing commentary like in Birmingham or Liverpool, but. Barcelona, for example, I played the calling. It was a sealed calling, and I had a bit of a time.
No, all of us would have done the calling if it wasn't sealed.
Yeah, but the side events were great. Like getting the sigils and going and just enjoying playing 3 or 4 rounds at a time, and meeting different people. And the pressure's not on. Like you can just have a great game against people. You're just trying to get ticks. So. I got my Cold 4 rune chant by the end of the weekend. Like that was an amazing weekend.
Yeah.
And only very small amount of it was the calling, and it was sealed. So the only reason I really played it is because I bought the platinum package or whatever it was that came with the other free events.
Yeah.
Yeah, my interest these days is playing the game in a like sustainable way, because I think when we started out we went very hard. Like I was very hard when we first got out in lockdown. I was going everywhere. Like I was going up to Northampton on the train. I was going to Portsmouth. I was going up to Living Realms, which for me is bloody miles away, and going up, getting a bloody coach to Leeds, and then getting
Newcastle
a train to
and
wherever, and that was fun. Doing that for a year was really fun, and I really enjoyed that. And then I did a little bit less, but now I'm kind of thinking like I want to play Flesh and Blood in a way that makes sense for me right now, which is that I want to do it in a way that's fun. Like, and I've done the pro tours, done 2 pro tours, done some callings. They always just end up stressing me out, and I'm like not really enjoying this. It's become, I always said with Fab, I didn't want this to become a job. I always wanted this to be a hobby. And it's like you said, Hamish, we want to do well.
We want to do well.
But that doesn't necessarily mean it becoming all encompassing. And like I think that's why I was really excited by the new Dash deck product. And we could talk a little bit about that, because I just wanted to. The product is great. I think it's a really cool little deck. It's got some cool stuff. It's got some unique stuff, and my God, does it feel good to actually go through the bloody Bright Lights bulk that I'm sure all of us were sitting around and that we never touched after opening it, and actually be like, I can actually use some of these cards for something.
Just out of interest, what did you guys think about releasing the Dash IO Armory deck halfway through a competitive season? Like, was that okay?
Yeah, of course it is.
I think it depends really who you ask. I think you asking me and Trip will go, yeah, totally fine. We don't care, But interestingly, releasing the Dash IO deck midway through a ProQuest is kind of whatever, right? It is kind of, but releasing it 2 weeks before Worlds, I mean, that is
that's the cat amongst the pigeons.
But I think the interesting thing is that it doesn't matter if it's not that like good. If they release the Bolton Armory deck and instead of the Dash IO one, no one will care. Like it does nothing. The difference is it's not the Dash IO deck that's being released. It's the Cerebellum processor.
Yeah.
That is... They've dropped Cerebellum processor 2 weeks before Worlds. That is the difference.
Great. That's what I want from my card game. I don't want people getting complacent. I want people in the meta with their testing groups. I want stuff being thrown. I would love it if they just threw out
It is
three new cards 1 week before the tournament. Here you go. Like, here you go, guys. You want to be the best in the world. Deal with it.
Yeah, no, it depends who you're asking. Honestly, I think that we're cool with it, obviously.
I would argue with anyone if anyone says if you want to be the best in the world, you need to be that. This is part of it. You need to adapt to whatever the game is throwing at you. That's how I don't think there's. I bet you there is not a single champion of Flesh and Blood or a single Pro Tour winner of Flesh and Blood who wouldn't be like, nah, I can deal with this because they're winners.
They haven't got a choice. I think a lot of the point is that for a lot of people, they're going to turn around and say, well, that's not the argument. The argument is we don't really have a choice, do we? Because
exactly.
Well, no, but you got to think of it as like it's not about them trying to win. It's about them like they are just like us. They spent a lot of money to go all the way out to Japan. They can't get that stuff back anymore, and I know it's kind of a subjective question. And I don't think that trip is wrong. And I don't think the person I would say I don't like it is wrong either. I think it's just that they have a point. But at the end of the day, it's not actually that bad. It is just a bit of a little shake-up. It's something that makes you have to think, is this going to get me or not? And I think it's workable. I don't think a lot of people... I'm intrigued really about whether this Dash.io deck is actually going to pull out at Worlds. Is this going to... Is this going to go hell for leather? Now, Trip, I can see that you're shaking your head. You don't think that someone's going to go hell for leather and probably do like the... Not Starvo, but when Starvo just sort of went, hang on.
I think
we missed this. We missed this.
I think it was already... kind of legit deck.
Yeah, it's doing its thing. It's doing its thing better now.
Yeah, and I think it can compete.
But is it going to come out pretty hot? Like,
nah,
no.
I don't. What do you mean? Like, it's like what are you saying? Like, do I think there'll be
someone in the world is going to rock up to Osaka and actually build a deck that has caught everyone off?
Oh, now that's a different question.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I mean. Coming in hot for that event.
Yeah. Do I think that somebody is going to come in with Dio and get to top 8? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that someone's going to come with some crazy Dio deck? No. I think I think it's pretty. Okay. I think the deck itself. We fiddle around the edges with some of these decks, but I think the deck's pretty there. I don't think most people know.
I don't agree with that last bit you said. I don't think the deck is there.
I think we have different definitions.
This is the difference between the two of you. Hamish, you're a deck brewer, and Trip, you are a deck
player
builder, like a copier.
No,
like
I don't
you're a net. So Trip is a net decker,
and you're a brewer,
right?
Like you will take the cards and you will think about why you put them in there, Hamish, and you will have a reason, and you do it because we've seen it on your deck text. You have a reason for every single card, and you will question, like with your Viserai deck, you took the Purple Tide deck and you looked at it and you thought that doesn't look right. You even played it with the Sigil of Suffering and said, actually, no, that messes you up more times than it helps you out, so I'm going to get rid of it. And
my
you have reasons for it.
No, that's fair, and I appreciate that. My point with Dash.io is that actually that hero fundamentally is an incredibly flexible toolbox hero.
I agree.
My point is that I think a lot of people will go down the obvious first and foremost, which is you put in the Cerebellum, you put in the whole high octane. I don't know what the deck really is, but there's some everyone has got to that deck and worked out the core. And there's a core aggro deck,
but I will say, there's some spicy items.
There is. That's my point. There's some really spicy items that people will play, and it'll make everyone go,
I did.
It might not be the best deck afterwards, but it might be the best deck of Worlds.
Spark of Genius does a lot of work.
Yeah, it does do a lot of work.
Making some of those items actually work.
I did go and Rosetta has not only improved my love for the game again, it's also encouraged me to go and put all my bright lights and newer stuff into binders rather than sitting in boxes on the floor. And as you say, Trip, going through some of the items that are in bright lights and in older sets, you're just like, oh, I forgot they printed that. Like, That's
some
quite
crazy
interesting.
Stuff in crew, man.
In crew and in arcane.
I don't know. So maybe because I feel like a lot of it is out there, but maybe that's just for Dio. But maybe it's
not.
Don't know about some of this stuff.
I think there's some. I think
actually, I guess you're right because it's Worlds, right? Like
it's Worlds.
I just assume with Worlds that people are going to be really tuned into this because they have to be really high ranking, right, to play in Worlds. Yeah. But maybe they will get blown up by not knowing some of the things that Dash can throw down, and you'll just be like, "Well, what the hell is that?"
Honestly, I think it's.
All right, so
I think it's somewhere in like Singapore, Hong Kong, or Japan. Like, so Proto Amsterdam, we had that dude. I real feel bad because I can't remember his name, but the dude from Japan winning with Azuri, right?
Ooh.
Just a different edge, different way of doing it. And you got the blue pitch guys. Now they didn't push anything. They just took what they're. I mean that's a completely different matter. Right now I think we're still in a world where we know who the heroes are. It's how the heroes are made. Enigma is a toolbox kind of hero.
Count Your Blessings was.
I don't think
was a bit of a wind up.
No, not the Count Your Blessings version. I think.
No. But I'm just saying that took a few people by surprise. But
Enigma can be what sort of deck is this Enigma? A Dio. What sort of deck is this Dio deck? I think Aurora and Viscerai are set on what they're meant to do.
Yeah, I think Dio is really interesting because you got your. I think the aggressive way of playing Dio is like pretty face up. But there's
some tech. There's some little tech.
You can switch it for. But
no, I don't think the deck is going to be fundamentally a different style of play. Like Enigma doesn't fundamentally play a different style. It is just these little tech cards, and that's the items, the definition of what these items are doing.
Yeah, items are pretty techy.
Yeah.
But we saw, all right, so here's a question then. We saw during Procross season, CC, we've seen Aurora, we've seen Enigma, we've seen Azalea, we did see a little bit of Azalea.
No, Azalea's done fairly mid, not even.
She did okay first week.
She's not really shown out.
Who else have we seen then? Who else has been good?
So the top.
Viscerai did okay.
No, Viscerai's done well, right? So
I'd say Viscerai
outperformed his.
No. He
based on our what's hot, what's not.
Oh, sure, yeah, we got that. I mean, that was before the Purple Tide stuff.
It was before that.
I would say I don't think any. I think all of us were saying Viscerai got some really good tools, but I don't think any of us was expecting Viscerai to come out the gate so strongly as that.
I feel stupid not seeing it. I honestly feel stupid not seeing it.
I had missed that Viscerai has come in with the most wins in week 4 of the ProQuest.
Oh, I haven't seen the results. What's
Viscerai 11, Nu 10, Aurora 7, Florian 7, Enigma 6, Azalea 6.
You know what? Actually, there is so. I think this is what's making this meta very, very interesting. Is that
Dash.io 5?
Okay, so and a lot of other content creators are saying this, and I process this, and I actually agree. We're in a meta where the best aggro deck is not one deck. Dash, Aurora, and Viscerai, and Zen are aggro heroes that have got a quality about them that makes it not stupid to take it. There is an angle that they can attack that is actually reasonable to pick them. Now, I think we can all consolidate and say that maybe Aurora is the more consistent hero. The one that you can turn around and go, I think this one has less bad things about it and more consistent ways of playing the game. But Dio does a thing that is like, oh, and Viscerai does a thing that also goes like, oh, all right, okay, cool. Zen is another. I honestly don't really know how to sort of tackle Zen. But those 4 heroes, if you said I want to take that to Worlds, I wouldn't call you. I wouldn't call you mad. I'll go.
Yeah,
I'd say that's 100%.
I think Aurora. I think you got. I think you hit the nail on the head. To be honest, there's reasons to take there's reasons to take all of them. maybe Aurora's got like a real slight edge to it, but
Yeah.
I think you can talk yourself into all of the. Like, I'm still a bit off on Zen, but like I could see it. Maybe Zen a little bit less than the others to me.
Zen is still decent into Enigma. Enigma is the reason why these people exist.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like yeah, you're right. Like it's the tech, right? It's a counter, a counter bit that feels sensible. But I think like Dio and Aurora, I'm Viscerai. Yeah, I see it. I really do, and I think that I could see people building all three and.
Yeah, what do you like?
And what do you just enjoy playing the most at this point?
Yeah, 100%. I don't think one of them are better than the other. I think it's just what one do I like? If you had to, you would be playing.
What do I have the cards for?
Yeah, Trip. If you had to go to Worlds, 100%, you'll be going. Look, I'm going to take Dio. This is my jam. It's a good deck.
Dio, she's cool, man.
Yeah,
just a cool hero,
So,
and cheap, not cheap, but not. Not crazy expensive.
All right, so if we're going to Worlds,
this is not about Worlds. It's not about Worlds. Obviously, if Worlds, I'm paying whatever because you're going for 50 grand or whatever it is for like your.
So what Trip? What are you playing if you're going to Worlds?
I'd play Dio because Dio's cool.
Yeah, exactly right. Hamish, what are you playing if you go to Worlds?
Bro, you know what I'm playing.
Viscerai every day.
Of course.
Except at 6 o'clock the night before when you change to something ridiculous.
Oh, that was the Starvo days, bro. Come on, got us all. Simon, you'll be taking Viscerai. I know that for a fact.
I'll be taking Viscerai. Yeah.
Okay, so here's an interesting thing. That Worlds is going to be completely dominated by the fact that Enigma is the best hero in the meta. It is.
She's an Enigma.
Yeah, she is an Enigma. Very, very, very strong. So she is going to be the most played hero at Worlds. Is that a?
You reckon?
Yeah. That's not even close. I bet you a $5 on that.
That's too rich for my blood, mate.
Simon, would you take that bet?
Yeah, right.
All right. Okay. I mean, it's in your favor because it's literally.
Yeah, it is. But
because it's literally.
Yeah, all right. A $5. Let's do it.
Yeah, go on.
Excuse my language.
No.
$5.
Yeah. Okay. I'm intrigued who you think is the most played hero.
I think you're right.
I know I'm right.
Yeah, that's why I didn't take the bet.
No. But why not for fun?
Okay, go for it.
I think Aurora might be.
I'd say, I'll be honest, that is probably the less stupidest answer. Like, if I had to go, oh man, if I had doubts, it would be Aurora. Because those two are clearly leading the way. There's still some fringes, but hey, I mean, this ProQuest, maybe Viscerai, bro. I actually think you're wrong.
May well be.
I think Enigma's going to be the most played hero, and I think the second most played hero is going to be Viscerai.
Fair enough. I think you could choose any of the big rune blades.
Okay.
To be second on that.
Okay, but
however, there is a chance that. And like Nude crops up because people have invested in new decks.
New will get a good representation of, but it will not be. It won't be massive. No, not with Enigma. About this, that's crazy talk. They're rolling the dodge Enigma dice. Like,
yeah, that's fair
for sure. Now, Trip, we're just gonna sort of. There's so much we haven't actually unpacked.
I know.
But I'm going to wrap this Worlds little bit up.
We've got one next week as well, so you know.
Yeah, I know. But there's also Jarl. I mean that hero. That was a thing.
That is a thing.
But
right?
before we get there, Trip, it's going to be ridiculous to say a person, but I'm going to give you a hero and a region that's going to win Worlds. Hero and a region. Same with you, Simon. I'll kick this off to give you guys time to think about it. Region, Europe, obviously.
Yeah.
Best region in the world. And the winner, winner is gonna be. I'm gonna smoke some crack here. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I don't know why. I think someone's gonna bring out a wild as no. Because I actually do want to say Viscerai, but I would cry. Because that person will have a Pro Tour of Viscerai. And I would be like, good for you, bro. Good for you.
You'd hate it.
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. Actually, I would actually kind of think that's pretty cool because there's only a handful of people, heroes that have led Legend with a Pro Tour card attached to them.
That's cool.
Yeah, but and I want Viserai to be amongst the glory. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so Simon, go for it. A region.
This is really hard.
Region and a hero.
Oh, I wanted to say Europe so badly, but do you know, I think it's gonna go. I think they're gonna do it on home soil. I think.
Oh, you're gonna go with the APAC
region.
Yeah. It's not a bad shout, but
I think the APAC region. Do you know what? I really want to say again. I want to smoke some crack, and I want to say a Florian is going to win.
You know what? I had that in my head. I had that in my head,
That's
but not that is cool. That's cool.
I want to say like a Japanese Florian. Or at least an APAC, like an APAC Florian.
Yeah, APAC Florian. I actually will think, and it'll be an APAC no as well for sure. I think they're
that would not surprise me in the least.
That wouldn't surprise me in the least either. Trip.
They are cooking.
It's really hard. I was going to say Asia. Specifically, I genuinely think it could be Japan.
I think that was what came to mind.
I think it'd be a bit Hong Kong. I reckon maybe.
As Simon said that, I reckon. I think American winner.
Oh, but you say that with grit. You say that behind gritted teeth.
Yeah.
I think.
No offense, American audience. No offense.
I reckon Brody's gonna win it.
Oh.
I just feel I got a feeling.
Yeah.
I tell you what. I'm not gonna pick a hero.
No.
But
You've got to pick a hero.
I'll specify whatever hero Brody's playing. That's what I'll say.
Oh.
I just
You've gone for the actual player.
I have a feeling.
Okay, this is his time to shine.
I think he is going to win Worlds at some point. You know, I really do. He's so young, and he's so good.
Yeah,
and I think why not? Why not go? Why not put a prediction in?
All right, okay. I know that I know that we're going to say, there's always next week and stuff, but I do want to talk a bit about Yao before we close this because.
I think it's necessary.
We're not going to talk about Yao because they're going to release the next set. We're going to get hyped. We're going to have winners of Worlds and a new set.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to talk about him now.
We need to get this out of the way. Okay, so when you saw Yao, how gassed were you? I'm not even going to lie. Even almost,
my honest reaction.
It's resurrected Ferg from the grave.
My honest reaction was, oh my god, that looks insane. That looks amazing. They've made the Guardian that everyone wanted to see.
It's literally the only Guardian we wanted.
And then I saw it was Earth Ice again, and I was like, oh, fuck.
No, I was jacked. No, bro. It's really cool. And then when you actually...
if there's any Guardian that can make me play Guardian,
it's this
would be it.
Everyone says that. Everyone has said they want to play the mangled guy.
I mean, it's Mango. It's on the card.
Yeah,
it's such a cool looking card.
It's the card that made both me and Ferg look at it and go, bro, that's sick. I want to play this game. Like Mangled is gas. Trip, what was your hype meter?
I think he's gonna be insane.
He's gonna be a menace.
I genuinely think
he's the best Guardian.
Oh yeah. Well, this is the thing. Is there's Guardian, and then there's Oakenald.
This is it. Right? It's not an Oldham spec either.
Yeah, Oakenald is just on a different level in terms of card power. And if in case anyone missed it, he's got at least one playset of Ice, Earth, Blues
he can play Pulse of Isenloft as well.
So there's now 4 cards that can fuse Oakenald with one card. Which is, if anyone played during Starvo, that is mad. We used to keep Pulse in hand. IP penalty because we just keep the Pulse in hand and then just draw into Oakenald.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Keep it in hand. You can be like, I'm just gonna win. I don't need 4 cards. I'm just gonna keep this as like an aura almost in my hand and keep using it.
Look, and then
it's insane.
Yeah, but you're sitting there talking about Oakenald, and then my head was like, Like, but they have made some more stupid cards like Felling of the Crown and Plowed Under. Then I just went, oh, he can play them too.
Yeah.
And
I don't think he will.
No, he will. No, bro. He's going to play Spinal Crush, Oakenold.
Yeah, play Spinal Crush.
He's going to play Spinal Crush, Oakenold, Felling of the Crown, Plow Under.
So plow and felling is difficult because you're not necessarily going to be decomposing.
It's fine. It's a earth free block. No one cares.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's an earth free block.
It makes sense to play a few of them. It does.
Yeah, and then you only need one felling to go off. And then once you've just blocked with some of them, and then you go, oh, cool, I just drew a felling. I'll block up. I'll just play felling. I'll just decompose some cards, and then just, I don't know, just get rid of a card from your hand, mate. Oh, cool.
Yeah, and there's enough blue 3-block earth
cards
that you can now just
play.
You can run
some of the cards.
You can run the defense reacts now as well because you want to run the defense reacts anyway, and that's going to get you up to at least your 4 banish.
He has the largest card pool in the game.
Yeah,
like
it's mental.
He has the largest card pool on release in the game. He's got all the ice cards from Tales of Aria and Uprising, all the Earth cards from Tales of Aria and Rosetta, and all the Guardian cards that have just came out ever since. And then they're going to release the Guardian Mastery set.
Well, do you think that's been... So we've seen this week that has been pushed back by 5 months from March next year to August next year.
Yeah.
Do we think that's because of Jarl?
No.
I thought it was 5 months, not 5 weeks.
Well, you just said March to April, so...
No, sorry, March to August.
Ah, that makes sense,
yeah. March to August.
Yeah.
I don't know. But all I know is the guy is going to be great. He's going to change the meta.
Yeah.
I have zero doubt in my mind that he's going to change the meta. Channel Lake Frigid is going to... If people haven't played against Channel Lake Frigid, it's going to be brutal for any aggression.
Arctic Incarceration.
Arctic Incarceration. Just have 3 Frostbites.
They've slowed the meta down, and then this guy's going to come down, and he's going to thrive in a meta without. We were able to go toe to toe with these Ice Guardians when we had access to things like Art of War. We were able to go over the top.
We don't have Art of War anymore.
But now we don't have that. It's going to be and obviously they're going to print more heroes. It's going to even it out.
I love the fact that his hero ability turns around and goes, hey, you know this Blade Break stuff? Yeah, look, just think. The second you use this, you're fallen
your
right
equipment slot becomes
it is gross. It gets gross very quickly. I honestly think this is going to bring, and this might sound like a stupid hot take, Skullcap is back. I think Skullcap is back.
I do have one concern.
What?
Which is Count Your Blessings Rampart feels like a really bad...
No. That's not a problem because you've got Bravo, Betsy, Victor. They're all there. None of them. It's not new. It's not like he's.
I'm just saying.
It is different if he had. If it's different if he had Crown of Seas. If he had Crown of Seas, that is a different world.
I think I'm allowed to have a worry. I hope.
Don't
it's
worry.
An unfounded worry.
Don't worry. It is unfounded.
Hamish,
don't worry.
Question for you, seeing as you've picked up on this.
Yeah.
Do you think there gets to a point where you have a no block equipment suite for your sideboard for Jarls? So you pick equipment that has not a 0 for block value, just no block value.
We could have Battle Worn, right? Or is it the
I'm just saying
so he can still destroy equipment.
He can still put a -1 counter on an equipment without.
Yeah, he can also use expose the elements as well.
Expose the elements,
which is
but then the answer is no. You don't.
No,
you still want to get value out of your stuff.
I think the answer that you're looking for is... Do you
just get to a point where...
Do you run the blade, like, for example, when I put in Crown of Providence or... or
even Tempo Tempo disappears, right?
All those sort of things is when you turn and go, I'm going to use it, but there's a time where actually you do kind of want to use it, and I need something I want to get the maximum value out of my block, and I need it to hang around to do literally nothing, to stop this guy from putting frozen tokens in my spaces, I think that may, if he is that much of a pain in the ass, you then can think that way, right? Just as much as Balance of Justice was the KO card. You won't run it into really anyone else unless they have the Art of War or and you know what I mean? But now you only run Balance of Justice if you're playing against KO or Levia, right? I think Skullcap might be that card that for some time you may want to slot it in, maybe, against Jarl.
The other thing, is I think I don't know how he's going to play. We've only
he's going to play like a Guardian with flipping
really
with channel.
That one. He's really only going to need that one slot, and then he's not going to be playing he's not going to be going super wide of ice cards, right? He's probably just going to want to play an ice card a turn, put a Frostbite in one empty slot. So he only really needs to expose one with Exposed to the Elements or with a -1 counter, and then break it with another card. I don't think he's going to go and try and clear your entire equipment suite. And then
I don't think he will.
He just wants to give you that. He's going to Winter's Bite you to make you pitch or discard a card. So you're down a card, and then your next card is going to cost you one more. And he's also got Go again, and then he'll then play Felon, which will get rid of another card in your hand, coming in for 8.
And he's got Stalagmite as well.
And he's got Stalagmite. So just so you know, he's going to do Guardian things.
There's a lot of Guardian things.
There's a lot of Guardian things that are going to bugger up your turn. But at the same time, I think he's going to fall into he's just an amazing value, which is what Guardians are. He's not going to be doing some like nuts stuff that is going to make people go, "Oh, I can't play the game." He's going to go, "No, we are definitely playing the game. I'm forcing you into a back and forth at this point." And I think that's why a lot of people love it.
It's going to be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
We can't do Redline Azalea anymore. Good.
No.
Good.
Definitely.
Everyone start putting blues in your deck. Right. Now, this is probably going to come out during Worlds, because we usually throw this out a bit before Friday. So if you're hearing this during Worlds, thank you, or you're on the way, whatever. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Good luck to everyone at Worlds. By the time you listen to this, it's all over. I'm hyped. Quick thing before we go. Next set, new class? Yes or no?
No.
No? Simon's a no?
I'll say yeah, sure.
I'm going to say
yes because Simon said no.
I'm going to say yes. It's Necromancer time, baby. It's Necromancer time. Every set. Honestly, I think it's Necromancer. That Blanche being put on every ProQuest poster. They're giving us out in mats for the ProQuest season. Bro, Blanche is getting thrown out like it's no one's business. That is them telling us it's Necromancer time. It's Necromancer time.
Shadow Illusionist. That's what you're going to get, mate.
I will scream into
Imagine.
I will scream. I'll be so cross. It's not even funny. But there you go. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for listening to the podcast. Yep. I can see Trip.
That was a great episode.
I loved it.
We resurrected Trip.
I'm a little bit resurrected.
And then he's now going back to his crit.
I'm going to unresurrect myself immediately after the episode ends. But it was a good one. What can I say?
It is a brilliant one.
Thank you all for listening.
See you next week.
Bye.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.